Right, yep, hi all, good evening. So yep, I've completed the underbody restoration of Sinclair C5 Barn Find 8X. Exactly the same as what I did actually with 6R, the other one. And yeah, underneath it's looking absolutely top notch. So if you've watched the prior video, I'm keeping the paint as it is. Although the paint actually does scrape off with a sanding knife blade. So you could actually get the paint off this pretty easily. You know, it's just hand paint basically, you know, the house paint. But yeah, I'm deciding to leave it on. So what I'm going to do later is I'm going to go around like the edges and neaten everything up. So, you know, just so it all like, you know, pretty much matches, and just get rid of any sort of rough bits on it, you know, just all around here, this sort of thing here. I'm not going to do anything else on the paint. I'm going to leave it as it is, because again, this is part of the history. But if the new owner wants to remove the paint, then they can just literally just crack on with a knife blade and just remove it. The body has got lots of scratches all over it. Again, I haven't fully cleaned it yet, so I'm going to get lots of these marks off. But there is a lot of scratches on the body, but it does have the serial number there. So it's a January 85 2615. Both of them, I think, were January 85s. I've left this piece here and take it off. It's actually pretty damn good now, pretty damn perfect. But when I'm going to cover it over in the garden later, I'm going to leave this on just because I've got the tarpaulin sort of wrapped around it, just so it keeps its shape. That's all. That's looking good. Painted everything on here, all nice and neat underneath there. All looking pretty damn good. Thank you, Graham Garlic, for the 3D printed parts here, and also for the grommet, which is just underneath there, which is absolutely fabulous. And he's done it in that finish there, so it looks completely, like, absolutely spot on, basically, really spot on. Absolutely loving that. I'm missing the cap clearly, so my friend John Greenwood is going to send me one of those, which is great. Thanks, John. Got new tyres on it, Schwalbe's all round. There, running the standard brakes on this one here, front and rear. The standard brakes are pretty awful. I've just had one test drive today down the garden. They're absolutely awful. However, they're the original sort of brake shoes, so they do need like bedding in or chucking away and getting a brand new set in there. I just didn't have any, that's all to put in underneath there. Because like I mentioned, giving it the full restoration. Chains all nice and good, repaired the electronics. This one is a genuine dual battery model, so it has the sticker just there. I haven't bothered connecting that because I'm using quick release connectors now on this side rather than the original ignition. So the original ignition, second ignition unit is there attached to the side, and I've just left the cabling. And again, you know it's genuine, it's got the sticker. Plus also the hole has been precision drilled neatly, not bodged like you know many of the other ones have been done on here. Obviously, if you remember on the previous video, yeah, it was basically this piece here was attached to the C5. This piece here I found in the bottom of the barn, along with a knackered gearbox and a few other bits and pieces just dumped on the floor in this barn, obviously where they started to rebuild it. Now you see there's a cable type. So Jeff Wells kindly sold me a nice gearbox inner, which is there. Tested it up and down the garden, it works up spot on, so thank you, Jeff, for that. But I didn't realise that some of the teeth, those two there are good, but literally like 2 or 3 of the teeth have actually been broken off by the original owner when they tried to restore it. They didn't sort of know the technique for getting it all apart. So I didn't realise that, so I'll have to actually try and find a new one of these in brown or white soon. But just for the moment, for test drives, put a cable tie around it, which will be fine. But I do need to get the correct one of those. They're about 30 quid normally. All this sort of stuff here, all been cleaned up. Wheels all been cleaned, axle's been cleaned. I had to actually sort of like lacquer the axle as well, just to get the gloss back. Again, I lacquered this part here on the motor as well, just to protect it. You know, there was rusty parts underneath there, fabulous. Original part there in good condition for a change, so I've left that in there. Back brake works well. Got the centre cap there. Again, fully restored, to say the cranks, the chassis, all that sort of stuff. Headlights nice, rear lights nice. Freaking nice underneath there. Again, it's the best I can get it. It's looking absolutely sweet as. Look at that. So this one here, again, if you watch the prior video, oops, I'm actually running, that's just fallen off. I'm actually running because I pushed this backwards earlier actually, I'm actually running the original chain tensioner, which came with this C5. So yes, so again I've been monitoring that. When I drove up and down the garden, it was absolutely fine, but again, it's something for me to monitor. As you saw there, it just flicked forwards. But if there's a problem, literally just have to take it off, leave the bracket, it's been welded, take it off, and then just fit a standard chain tensioner if it's a problem. But I won't know that until I've sort of literally test drove it up and down the road, around the block a few times, you know, to make sure it's reliable or not. But yeah, looking fabulous underneath there, as you see. Again, it's got zinc 182 on the chassis. Then it's been top coated with so then was primered, and then top coated with the Holt's 05 grey, I think it was, and then a coat of lacquer on top as well. So looking really, really nice. So yeah, and obviously it's a grey boot model as well, which I've got in the shed. And last bit, just for the moment, plonk that on there, collect up the juice. Now, bear in mind, this is the second time, so I've actually connected it up. I can see here I've obviously got one light out and one light out there. When I sort of fixed electronics originally, I didn't have any problems. So again, it might be a sort of, I need to wiggle the red connector. So that's something I'm going to do anyway in a minute. So I don't want to touch it right now whilst I'm filming, but yes, something that I need to fix there as well. So probably nothing major, but yeah, at least it's, the main thing is I just want to show you guys the update. Sort of show you that it's, you know, it's coming along quite nicely. Again, this one here plus the other one, 6R, will both be for sale at some point, or if anyone's keen to buy one, just yeah, send me an offer. And they're located in Bournemouth, Dorset, yeah, and happy days, and they can get good to go. Cool. And there we are. Excellent. Very nice. You think what the state of these were when I got them, and how pretty fabulous they look now. Cool, nice one.